Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. There's a lot of peripheral stuff happening at the moment, so I'm just going to touch on a few elements of it in this particular reading. So thank you for joining me. Yeah, I had the day off yesterday. I do apologise, I didn't actually let you know, but my niece, her husband, and her two kids were visiting. They're in this neck of the woods all the way from the UK. And so I took yesterday, we went for breakfast at the local cafe down on the beach, absolutely beautiful. And then pretty much spent the rest of the day doing a walking tour and catching up and playgrounds and ice cream parlours and all the rest of it. And then went out to dinner that night. Oh man, so oh boy, was I tired. And it was an absolutely huge day, but it was just so lovely. Oh, playgrounds, yeah, went to all the playgrounds, tunnel slides and flying foxes and all the rest of it. So very much what life is all about. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Well, just a few little news items. I haven't posted anything in my news section, so I do apologise for that. But news has come out that the DoJ, well, Shady the old couch lover, has basically said that a fraud report related to Tim Walz's tenure as Minnesota governor has been referred to the DOJ for a full criminal investigation. So, yeah, we could see that was going to happen. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think it's got any legs to stand on. What have we got? The Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. A new report released by the House Oversight Committee recommends that federal authorities review whether charges are warranted in concern with the handling of the fraud. The fraud was that happened in Minnesota was dealt with, oh gosh, year ago, more than a year ago, 2 years ago. It was found to be a white woman behind it all. She was charged, convicted. There were others that were charged and convicted. She's in jail. It wasn't the Somalian community being full on as reported. It was dealt with. It was dealt with in a timely and legal manner. However, of course, this is happening with the petty. We've got the emperor, find me something on and make it happen type energy with the emperor. But again, as I'm shuffling this one again, the Eight of Cups, there is nothing there. There is nothing in it. Oh, please. Can he please, that waste of space, just go away? All of those waste of spaces. The Orange Felon, the Couch-Loving Shady, Sniffy Jr., and all of those associated with them. Yeah, it was a woman. It was a woman and a white woman that was reaping all the money from this particular fraud. Okay, so what do I want to have a look at in this reading? I am going to jump and have a look at other DOJ news. The DOJ scales back election integrity preparations ahead of the midterms. My guides have been saying for ages and ages that even if they sort of go midterms, what midterms? Even if they go ahead, they will be so deeply corrupted. You've got the Justice card popping out here. But this is also a harsh truth coming. Oh, Knight of Swords, and the Knight, volatile information coming forward, a harsh truth coming forward and being obvious about the Justice Department. So, the Justice Department, the information that's come out, is not taking the steps to ensure election integrity ahead of November's midterms, according to report. With 5 months to go, I'm reading this on yahoo.com, with 5 months to go, the DOJ is not putting prosecutors and FBI agents through, they've got this restriction, through the traditional integrity training, and has deleted a 281-page guide on prosecuting election offences and hasn't replaced the director of the election crimes branch. So pretty much going out of their way, the DOJ and the current regime, to ensure that any cheating is not picked up and not reported. Okay, what have I got popping out there? So not picked up and or not reported. Yep. Fiery message coming out, big information coming out about rejection of due process, and you've got the devil there attacking the guardrails through his connections via the DoJ, but also the Ruskies, to keep any cheating and manipulation under wraps. However, I've got also over here, I've got this sort of truth coming out. The information's out there now that this is what they're doing. On the back foot, trying to defend their position, their abuse of power, their attempted steal, their betrayal, their deceit of the current regime, because they are coming to an end, and they know this. They know that that they're not. If the midterms go ahead fair and proper, it ain't the moon card, secrets being revealed, but also operating under the cover of darkness. This attempt to subvert, thank you for the word, subvert the ability to identify, investigate, and prosecute election fraud and interference, very deliberate, because this regime knows that if that's a big if, there is an actual midterms election, they're going to be absolutely hammered. So they're trying to subvert it at any cost. So tell me what we need to know about the Wheel of Fortune. Karma coming and biting them on the backside, challenged by strength. The Orange Idiot is challenged by strength. He's not going to make it to the midterms. I'm just going to tell you that now. You've got the circles of support here, circling the wagons in the past, trying to move out of troubled waters. Crowning this reading, an emotional overwhelming that's going to bring about a cleansing and a new beginning as this is seen. And also here you've got the fortnight. Now, in a fortnight is the next full moon, if I'm half correct or thereabouts, because we've got the World card. This cycle is coming to an end. You've got the best of democracy here. You've got internally, you've got the false victory. In the hopes and fears, you've got those living in the luxury, not listening to what is actually going on. The Empress, the birth of something new, or it could be Russia's manipulations with that Seven of Cups, trying to keep a hold of the situation, and under wraps. You've got the voter there, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Overreach, whistleblower, restriction. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I don't think they're going to get away with it, but they're pretty much trying to set up so that if the elections do go ahead, they can cheat their backsides off with the help of the Ruskies or something that's come out of, because we know that the way that the Rusky elections are held with the Putin figure, that they're so fake. I hate to say it, they're so fake. It's, yes, he got 97% of the votes. No, he didn't. Oh, and if he did, it was at the point of a bang bang thing. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going to, it's too early to, okay. It's not too early. Thank you. My guides are giving me a hard, my defenses are down and they're giving me a hard time. Let's have a look. Is this all an attempt to undermine, because the orange felon came out. This was, that interview he had the other day, was it Kirsten Walker or Walken, where he declared that there had been cheating and fraud, and she said, well, what proof? And he said, I know. And she said, well, that's not proof. What proof? And he, turned beetroot red and argued back and called her all sorts of names, and then called all the different media channels crooked. I wonder who the common denominator is. It might be the felon himself. Then he got up, stood on the microphone and staggered, bent over, hunched over, off, it's in a huff. It's a bit hard to storm out when you can't storm. So this is him setting the seeds for, was him attempting to set the seeds that there's going to be fraud without proof. But tell me, are these actions by the DoJ a deliberate attempt to subvert, to undermine, to prevent examination into election fraud? Okay, and we know who does the fraud. The judgment card. Huge wake-up call. Call to arms. It's a yes card. Yes, it is. Because they see the writing on the wall. Oh, I'm getting prickly scalp. Okay. Challenge is people coming together. They can't cope with people actually coming together and swapping ideas. Coming together equally. Yep. We've got the infighting, but this is also the throwing of dissension here. This might be some sort of agreement that was made to subvert this awakening, to undermine it, because we've got this deliberate divisiveness causing infighting, dissension, etc., because they can read the writing on the wall. There's the Tower card. It's already in the past. I think they've lost 97% of the GOP. I'm talking about the Republicans lost 97% or something of all the elections that have happened since the orange felon took his unrightful place last year. Because you've got this Tower. The stealing. Yeah, they're going to attempt to steal again. If it gets to the midterms, yeah, they're setting up for the steal to keep. Well, this is my Fleon card. He might be fiddling the books again, but this is to keep the wealthy, and yeah, there's a voter trail here. Flipping it upside down with the Hanged Man, the Fool, and the hopes and fears, the outcome, the Moon, the darkness. There's Russia with the Empress and the Eight of Cups. Spilling 3 cups and walking away, moving forward. I've got a legacy here, a harsh truth, shining a light on the snake in the dark, the nightmare situation, circling the wagons with that 3 of Cups, trying to create alchemy with the Temperance card, contracts and agreements that were done, and we've got the Ace of Cups, the new partnerships. For the Ace of Swords and Biden on the bottom there, not forgetting that something that Biden signed into place shows that if there was international interference, the whole regime can be removed. Okay, so yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is an attempt, but I don't think, looking at those cards, I don't think we're even going to make it to the midterms, as in stuff's going to happen. So what's going to happen prior to the midterms? So at the moment, yes, they are setting it up to steal the midterms with the assistance of Fleon and the Rusky method. what's going to happen? I think somebody's going to go first. The Death card. The Death card, the Devil card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Uncharted. Look at these. 5 major arcana. Then we've got here the vote trails. And there's my Harris card. Harris, what else have we got here? The moral, financial, ethical corruption, or this can be the something to do with the tossing out votes or changing votes, something along those lines. But 5 major arcana. When I'm asking, are we even going to make it? Death, Devil, Karma, Fool, and the Hanged Man. Infighting, work, and something across the aisle, working together across the aisle to rebuild with that 3 of Pentacles. I just keep seeing he's not going to make it. And things are just, I mean, it's only 5 months, goodness me. The last 5 months have gone in an absolute blink. I mean, wasn't it February last week? So it's coming out really, 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 really quick. But I don't think he's going to make it. But this is to set up for election shenanigans. That's all it is. To prevent discovery of meddling, of fraud, of you name it, to prevent prosecution. That's all it is. The DoJ, full in. Okay, I'm just going to have a really quick glance at Walsh, Tim Walsh. The DoJ have referred him for investigation in regards to Minnesota fraud. Oh, please. Now have a look. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to Tim? Right, Temperance. The guardrails holding. 10 of Pentacles, legacy, going to defend his position. It also can be coffers of money. So this might be the accusation, putting forward the paperwork for the case, claiming he financially benefited, but he's going to defend himself here. Okay. This can also be alchemy. This card here can be with the Temperance card. Bring me something, anything created out of thin air that they will present, claiming Walsh financially benefited. He's going to defend his position. He's in a position of strength. But I mean, Jesus Christ. 8 of Cups, it's a hollow presentation. The 9 of Pentacles and the Tower card. Again, this is the woman that was actually involved. And the Tower, it's just gonna the case is just gonna fall apart. The Knight of Wands, prosecution or volatile information being brought forward about money changing hands potentially. I get the feeling that this might be the discovery stage. Volatile information is going to come forward. This is one of my vote flipping cards, but it's not going to be discovery about Walsh. And then the DOJ are desperately going to try and put the brakes on and stop this. Oh, we've got the Death card, we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got the 6 of Swords legally moving forward, a whistleblower coming forward about a false victory. And then we've got the Star of Hope and Healing and information coming forward, a lot of it. I think what's going to happen is that the DOJ are going to lay these charges. It's going to fall apart. But I think then volatile information is going to come forward about money that changed hands and or vote flipping, and the DOJ are then going to try and put the brakes on the case. It's like that BBC case where I'm suing and laying the paperwork and all the rest of it, and the judge said, yeah, sure, fine, prove it. And then all of a sudden, oh, no, we don't want to go ahead with it. And it's the same with the IRS case, where the judge has reopened it because apparently the felon did I'll drop the case if you give me my family, complete immunity from ever being investigated. It's not half guilty. And the judge, and so therefore the DOJ under Blanche made the agreement. Oh yes, okay, we'll drop the case, and here you go. We know that was the actual end result. There was a judge involved that said, you brought the case. We're going to look into it. Please supply the discovery information. And all of a sudden, they're hitting the knickers in a knot panic button. Okay, so is the DOJ going to have egg on their face in regards to this? Let's have a quickish look. Just 3 cards. I think so, yes. Yep. Page of Cups and the Overreach. That's a yes, 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 yes. Yeah, they are. They haven't got a case against Walsh. It's just a petty, vindictive vendetta. And I suspect it's probably going to backfire on them if they get a judge that insists that they actually provide information. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, goodness me, this is just so exhausting. Not having the cold and family, just the craziness of what's going on in the world at the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.